Welcome to Dungeon Master. Whoa, I'm flying already. This is like that Genji book I've been working on. But I know my friend has an extent knowledge of these games because they come from within. That every video game was ever installed into everyone's mind by 1984 is true, but that this looks more realistic. This game, it's steep for the PlayStation, and they're lending us the music from 91.3 KMSA, which I am an underwriter at that station, which I don't know what weight that carries here, but that we are in a place that we most want to be, snowboarding now down the frozen caps of peaks. We have a commercial. Pull back. Pull back. It was unexpected. Sorry. We made someone money, though. If we see a commercial, we know we're going in the dungeon to make someone money. It's like opening a treasure chest for the person that's advertising themselves. And just the phone time that it costs to go towards that is taxed toward the viewing experience. So let's go. Now, on this dungeon, you have to get down off the roller coasters and go down the mountain on a snowboard. That he took quite a digger on that one was okay, because he'll be right up next, slashing surfaces and going back and forth down the mountain in his beautiful, almost poetic dynamics, as though he's testing himself out for the X Games. But these mountains are not quite as lurchy as the ones at Aspen, but we see that this is so realistic that we can see it from almost an astrophysicist perspective. An infinite amount of ways to go in an infinite amount of directions. Nearly infinite, but so small with a fraction between the infinite and the finite that the number continues to go on forever irrationally. It's irregular for numbers to go on forever, but you know that that's how they code video games anyway. So let's look at this man who has really given his all to get down this long mountain climb. And I'm really satisfied with where he's going with this and what he's doing, and how he's featuring all these, like that suit, for instance. Like, who'd have thought, even watching Dungeon Master, that suddenly someone would jump off a building and turn into this beautiful suit, and we'd have these songs in the background that would tell you selling their image while selling art or selling everything. And it's free radio. And these governed videos are taking up time to watch. So the commercial that advertised them before them actually takes double standard, because it makes money off the game making money, which, by the way, let's talk about money. This game took about $1 million, $2 million, maybe more dollars than that to make. And then to broadcast it and everyone to make money back, they'd have to charge you $200 to 1,000 people, which is probably about what they did. So that's how they made their money back on this. But it's a very risky business. If the game's a bestseller, that's one thing, but you're still charging a lot less percentage for the individual units based on how many you think you can sell. It's a gamble. It's what video games live for, the thrill of gambling. Now, I don't think we can use this song, but that just means that this whole episode would have to go down in history as the one I almost got on there, but didn't get past. Well, I don't know why I can't necessarily play that song right now, but if this one gets on there, yeah, it doesn't have a shot in a million. But hey, at least we'll get it on Facebook Live, so let's continue to make this episode and then come back and remake it when this version gets banned. No, I'm kidding, it may not. Because we're talking, well, Jimi Hendrix is on, it may not be totally a Waterloo yet. Let's not count this as loss. We might have gotten better ratings with this one than another one. Now, this is Riders Republic that's coming up, and we got a commercial. Commercial. Yes, I want to talk about this Jimi Hendrix song in the background. It's definitely getting me banned from YouTube for a while, so we're going to make this for Facebook exclusively if it gets banned from YouTube. And you will always know that I tried to make this episode and others that kept getting tanked over by the malicious use of soundtrack. And that there's a ways to go through this is only the beginning of what I'm going to take you through. On this journey from ninja to soulmate, from Krishna to bike rider, and that is on an amazing bike doing amazing bike tricks is cool, right? Because like you can do that in real life, right? I mean, even if you can't, you can. Because these are all based on real life trajectories, real life stunts. In fact, this is a stuntman riding the bike right now. It's a stuntman. He's going around the path. He's going around the bend. I don't know what he's going to do, but if he gets there on time, we're going to remake this whole one with the only segment on KMSA that can be used. I mean, if they really think they were soundtracking me, they probably were testing to see what we can't use. And this may go down in history as the coolest footage that can't be used. And it wouldn't have been that way if it weren't for that soundtrack. Now, I think that's going to get me banned sensitively, or it might show up somehow on a package. But there's so many 300s, and there's some of them for iTunes, I don't even know anymore. Hey, it's just things I think about when I'm riding my bike, you know. Will I be able to use the music in the background, etc.? I don't know, it just crossed my mind. I'm a warrior, and I'm going to trip this dude out when I catch up to him and blaze him back on the trail. In fact, I'm going to get blazed on the trail. Oh yeah, I landed it. Yeah, how do you like me now? Alright, Apocalypse Now, here we come. I call that the super duper. And there you go. There it is again. I'm a badass. Yeah, I am. Look at that. I just did a double trick shot. And still no one is judging me for my... That was free radio. You have to admit, that was free radio. It wasn't my pick, okay? Like, if we're gonna sit here splitting hairs over why we have to refilm this episode or get this version out to Facebook anyway, is because they're cool with us at Facebook Editorial. Facebook Editorial and YouTube Masterclass. We love you. So now, we see that the bike riding is not over yet, but this is more like snowboarding, but it looks like that game again, but it's Riders Republic. And if you don't go out and buy video games, then you should, because this is what they're like now, and they've gotten so far in advanced technology that really it looks like a real person. It probably is a real person in a theoretical dimension full of avatars. Now that the avatars came out with all they could, you have to admit that doing flips off a hill and landing on the snow and down the hill we go. Now, this is a very serious snowboarding training video, and you must be this good to even go down easy slopes. But that it's such rigor and training and love for the art of snowboarding that really gets us here where we may. Triumph as always. And to me, once you've gone down the road of snowboarding, it almost reminds me of that Ready Player One incident. Which the Ready Player One incident is clear on my mind. That they were on these snowboard like hoverboards flying all over the city looking for all the different... And to think the Horcruxes were hidden in 5 parts of the earth, and that to destroy Voldemort you had to destroy the Horcruxes. This is still Riders Republic. I can't believe he just tricked out that shot. Let's go with him. Oh, let's get closer. 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 Now we're following him. He's a little blurry, out of focus, please. Yes, my AI robots are always working on making my image look better. And they're always detonating ways to make the image look better. And then you look at this and you're like, it doesn't get much better than this. Because now we're up close to the game, which is up close. And it looks bigger than ever. And it looks flightier than ever. And we look like we're riding with him forever. Now, I have to insert tape B right away. So let me send in tape A, and if it gets blocked, we'll start over. But if it doesn't get blocked, I'll see you on Dungeon Master 29, tape B.